Does this look as ridiculous as it feels?
Should you have turned around? Welcome back to another day in Bali. We are still in Ubud, and today we are going to go check out the Kajeng Rice Terrace. It takes about a half hour to walk there from here, but it's kind of a big day. It's already getting hot. Let's get going.
So you saw from our last video that there's a lot of monkeys around. We're right next to the monkey forest where our hotel is here, and because of that, occasionally they actually stray into the hotel grounds. So to avoid the monkeys getting into people's breakfast, there's actually a person standing guard in the breakfast area before the restaurant with a slingshot to keep the monkeys out. So far they haven't claimed any today, but we'll see if we see any more today. We've got some monkeys this morning just outside the hotel entrance, which is right here. And we were told to watch our belongings, specifically things like glasses. Apparently they like to make off with them.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Oh, he's frisky. Watch out, watch out. No.
That near monkey encounter turned out to be the first in a chain of, well, let's call them unexpected events that would take place over the next 2 days. And these events would leave us asking, had we made the right choices? Well, we made it to the start of our walk. We expect to see a village or two, some rice paddies, and hopefully a beautiful trail that goes between them. Let's hit it. So far, it's been pretty straight uphill. Watching the scooters go up, one of them was carrying a passenger and the scooter stopped going, so the passenger had to hop off so he could walk up. Setting out on our hike, we didn't really know where the path would go. It wasn't clearly marked on Google Maps. The start of it felt like we were going through people's backyards, except it was shared with mopeds and ducks. Lots of ducks. So we knew it was okay. That would all change shortly. There's still more coming up. Here we found the elusive vlogger in his native habitat, off the road, catching some local wildlife.
Adventure.
Sorry. According to Google, there's still a trail here. I mean, it's not like Google Maps has led us astray before.
Kind of wishing I had a four-wheel drive about now. We're in the right place. We're where Google thinks we should be.
Thanks, Google. Now, during this part, we were focused on simply not falling instead of filming, because that ledge you see is what we thought was the trail, and the drop-off was 15 to 20 feet. Mom, maybe you shouldn't watch this part. I came ahead on a scouting mission. I think the trail maybe continues to the left of this river here. I didn't die, so I guess we'll continue. I know we're used to taking the road less traveled, but this is maybe a little bit too much for us.
On the bright side, we haven't got any more scooters to contend with. As long as we can find the path, we can make our way.
It's times like this where you wonder, should you have turned around? Or do you just keep going? Because we're just maybe a little bit off the trail we intended to be on. Just like a little bit. At least if you see this video, you know we made it out somehow. At this point during the hike, we were panicking a little bit. There was zero sign of other people, roads, anything, and most of the trail was incredibly overgrown. Where were we? Finally, we spotted a small path leading up from the jungle. Well, I don't know where we've just popped out. This path behind me looks a lot easier than going through the jungle and getting, poison who knows what from the plants that we're walking through in our bare feet sandals. That was a little bit more adventure than we bargained for. We think that there's a village maybe 20 minutes off in the distance, so that's where we're headed. Oh my gosh, I don't know how that happened. Wow. Our relief at seeing the rice paddies was palpable. I'd had visions of us needing to call for help, not having a cell signal, and then being completely unable to explain where we were. To pop up and see the farmers at work was definitely a sight for sore eyes. I think we're at the outskirts of a village. If you like watching two Americans getting lost in other countries, hit the subscribe button below for more.
Well, we popped out of the trail and now we're hungry. We're gonna go find some lunch. We think there's a nice place just around the corner, a couple minutes ahead. This lady here is really good at finding nice places to have lunch. There's a lovely breeze here and a nice view of some rice paddies and what looks like a jungle.
For lunch, I've ordered the nasi goreng hot plate. Nasi goreng is basically chicken fried rice. And this looks, it has corn in it. It looks and smells delicious. Oh, it's really good. A little bit spicy, a little bit sweet with the corn. This is one of the best nasi gorengs I've had since we've been here. Delicious.
A Japanese pork dish, fried pork over rice, and there's a little bit of scrambled egg on top. It looks really delicious. The batter's nice and crispy, and just really good flavors.
Well, that lunch was quite good. The setting was beautiful, and we got to meet two puppies afterwards. We think the restaurant owner let us play with his puppies out of shock. He was really surprised to hear we had walked all the way from Ubud. Yes, you are very sweet. We have been walking for about 5 minutes, and across the road is a temple that it looks like we can visit. So we have donned our sarongs. The nice lady at the shop taught us how to tie them, but I think I need to go back and see her and her dogs again so I can figure out how to tie it again. We're going in. Ladies have to tie your hair too. Well, our first temple experience might be short-lived. This is all we're able to see is the entryway. It's a pretty spectacular entryway, though. Kind of amazing. Well, we discovered it was open after all. I was wearing a tank top today, so I am wearing now a long-sleeve shirt, which means I'm a little bit warm. But it's worth it. This is stunning. We really don't know a lot about the Hindu religion, so we're going to have to look that up so we understand more of what we're looking at. All we know is that the architecture is so different from anything that we've ever seen before, and it's really special to have the whole place to ourselves right now. The undersides of these are red and gold, and they're really beautiful. It seems like some of them are maybe being restored. The carvings on these are just so intricate. And look at all the scrollies and circles and petals of the flower. It's really beautiful. Well, that was just a brief diversion. I'm melting in long sleeves. It's an hour walk back, so we may or may not walk the whole way. We might grab a grab.
We are hot and tired. We're gonna go take a dip in our little pool and we're gonna get some work done.
That walk was about 4 miles, which honestly was like 2.5 miles longer than we expected. So we earned a little dip in our pool.
My sunglasses are down there. Welcome to another hot day in Bali.
Okay, Bill is telling you the things we're going to do today, but what he doesn't know is that neither thing will go as planned. It's only going to the water palace and on a bike tour. What could go wrong?
Come along with us.
We made our way into town, optimistic that this day would go better than our epic jungle tour from the day before. We entered the water palace expecting water. It was called the Water Palace. Oh, wait, right. It turns out this was the Ubud Royal Palace. Hey, thanks again, Google. And not the Water Palace. This was where the royal family of Ubud used to live. We were able to visit it for free and could have paid to attend a traditional Balinese performance in the evening, but we had other plans. Even though this wasn't the Water Palace, we were sure glad for our mistake. We almost missed the entrance to these water gardens because it's nestled just next to a Starbucks. So we thought it was a Starbucks outdoor garden, but no, this is the water gardens. I'm glad we didn't miss it because it's beautiful. I've never seen lily pads that are this big around in person, and the flowers are like the size of my head.
This flower is massive. That's Heather's hand for scale.
It's really beautiful and tranquil. Really nice respite from the busy streets of Ubud. The Water Palace is also known as the Taman Saraswati Temple, a gorgeous temple dedicated to the goddess of knowledge. While the temple may look 100 years old or even older, it actually was finished in 1952. Behind the Water Palace walls, the road noise and chaos of Ubud, well, we hardly even noticed it. This is the chicken satay. We actually have been to this place once before, and this was a side dish for what I ordered, and it was amazing. I had to come back and order it as a complete dish all on its own. I'm so excited to have it. It's so tender and peanutty. It's delicious. And it pairs really well with my pineapple juice. And Bill's banana milkshake.
For lunch, I ordered the vegetarian mie goreng, which basically is fried noodles. We've got a fried egg on top, crackers, some tempeh.
We are just headed out on our biking tour. Aside from the fact that it's like 95 degrees out, I'm super excited to see Bali on a bicycle. Now, to tell you the truth, we were pretty overwhelmed by Bali. We kept getting lost. Mopeds were everywhere. Honking was nonstop in central Ubud. We have our bikes. We are ready to go. It is so nice to have somebody else be in charge of the itinerary today, especially after we got a little bit lost in the forest yesterday. They say if you can't beat them, join them. Since we didn't have motorcycle licenses, we joined a bicycling tour. Little did we know, things wouldn't go as planned once again. Our awesome guides explained to us that the intricate Hindu offerings we see all over Bali are made every day to ask for blessings or to say thanks. Also, they serve their purpose after they're made and set down, and we were grateful to learn that because it is hard to avoid stepping on them on the streets. Oh, the ants like them too. Not too long after we set out, the skies kept getting darker and darker.
Pretty hard now. Just coming to a stop here. Maybe put on some ponchos? Maybe?
Yes, it started raining quite heavily.
Does this look as ridiculous as it feels? I doubt it.
Our rain gear was helpfully sitting back at the hotel. This is where choices would be made. Would the rain finally dampen our spirits?
Soaked to the bone. Had this chain derailed, so we're just stopping for a quick fix.
There wasn't anything we could really do about it. The rain felt good. Our only real choice was laughter. And when we laughed, it felt good. Really good. Like we were letting go of expectations, letting go of plans, letting go of everything.
I just give up and accept that I'm going to be completely fucked, and it is what it is.
There's no way out of it.
Yeah. Hoping that the rain will end. Taking a break. And one more.
We bicycled through rivers that were far deeper than these. Just cutting through the road. Adventure. What can you do? You're on a bike tour. They're electric bikes. What can go wrong in the rain?
Yeah, cut it up and make it into a
The cart's on standby, but we're already 100% wet, so might as well keep biking. In case you are not familiar with a bike helmet, they have holes. So my hair is wet. It's running down my back. What can you do?
Well, we waited out the weather. It was truly raining very hard. And blue sky opened up, so now we're going to get back at it. Other than having wet clothes and really wet shoes, pretty much no damage done. As an added bonus, with the clothes being wet, us generating some airflow, it's like air conditioning. This is beautiful.
I am standing just in front of the trail that we rode in on, and we are surrounded by rice paddies with mountains off in the distance, and it's beautiful. We are pausing for just a minute while Bill hopefully takes the drone up, and you're probably gonna look at those views next. Also, the rain has moved off in the distance, leaving us a little bit wet, actually a lot wet. We're like 100% soaked. But it has moved off, and now the skies are blue. We just had to wait it out a little bit, and we can even see some mountains in the distance. It's the first time that we've seen mountains since coming to Bali, so it's really neat to be here in the middle of the rice fields and see that off in the distance. Yes, that is my bike helmet. It is mandatory in this tour. You know that you want to wear one in a video too, with your hair all wet underneath it. We were just told about these stands that you can see sort of off in the distance behind me. Hopefully Bill will circle it when he does the editing. Those owls help take care of any mice that might be among the rice crops, because mice like rice. Yeah, they do. So they use owls to control it. They tried using snakes, but apparently a snake will eat a mouse and then sleep for 2 weeks, so that's no good. The owls can eat repeatedly, so it's a much better solution. It's really neat that they're able to do something like that without resorting to pesticides.
Back in the trail again. Just weaving in and out of these rice paddies here. It's just amazing. We're not able to ride the bikes through the whole trail here. Sometimes it just gets too bumpy or muddy, but yeah, we're generally able to ride the whole distance. This is amazing.
There is a life I lead in this city.
Starting to get into some of the rice terraces here.
I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew.
Looking at the rice terraces that are even more beautiful in person, we realized the past 2 days, getting lost in the jungle, going to the wrong palace, getting caught in the pouring rain, biking among the local traffic chaos, biking in the dark because the tour had gone long, well, somehow it just didn't matter whether the choices we made were the right ones. What mattered was letting go and rolling with it. Well, that is probably it for this episode. We are quickly losing our light. We still have dinner left and we need to bike back before it gets dark. So we'll catch you in our next video, and who knows where that'll take us tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye. Bill, how does the sarong feel?
It's surprisingly light, actually. I didn't mind it that much. Seriously. I mean, I'm not wearing this thing like you are, but no,
maybe he'll become a kilt man.
Well, real men wear kilts
and sarongs.
and sarongs.